Well, hi there. Thank you so much for signing up for this course on the AZ 103 Azure Administrator exam, transitioning into AZ 104 exam when that comes out of beta later this year. My name is Scott Duffy. Now, I'm blessed and thankful to have over 58,000 students currently enrolled in this course. As you can see, this is one of the most popular courses available on the Azure Administrator exam. If we scroll down a little bit, we can see what you're going to learn in this course. Basically, this course is intended to completely prepare you for the AZ 103 and AZ 104 tests. And so even if you are coming in with only basic level knowledge of Microsoft Azure, there is enough content in this course. It is currently 9.5 hours of video to get you from your basic level knowledge to a level where you are confident enough to pass the test. You do need an Azure subscription to pass this test. I can tell you right now, just sitting back and watching the videos is not going to be enough for you to go in and sit down and take the test. And so you can sign up for free. There's a video coming up in a couple of videos from now on how to get a free account. You're going to need an account in order to practice and practice and practice. This course has been continually updated and will continue to be updated. Now, if we switch over to the syllabus of the exam, I'm looking at the AZ 104 exam right now, but there's also another page for the AZ 103 test. You'll see again later in this course, I do recommend you take the AZ 103 if they're still available, simply because the results are instantaneous and the materials out there are all geared around AZ 103. But if you do want to take the AZ 104, this course is being updated and modified so that you can take either. Again, keep in mind, beta exams are not scored immediately. The way that you find out the syllabus of the exam is to scroll down, and we can see that there are 5 top-level categories on this exam. Managing Azure identities, implementing storage, deploying and managing compute, configuring and managing virtual networks, and monitor and backup Azure resources. And it's fairly evenly distributed, although virtual networking and compute seems to be overweighted. Now, to get more details on what's on the test, there's this download exam skills outline button. And when you click it, you're going to be brought to a PDF. In the case of AZ 104, it'll be just focusing on the AZ 104 requirements. If you looked at the AZ 103 PDF, it does break it out between AZ 103, AZ 104, but it's very difficult to follow in terms of myself. So let's talk about the AZ 104 test, because that's the forward-looking exam. Now, obviously, we're talking about identities and governance, and that has to do with Azure Active Directory. It also has to do with security, role-based access control, and also the way that you handle subscriptions and manage resource groups, management groups, moving resources, tagging, etc. Storage is pretty straightforward. It's going to cover storage accounts, blobs, imports and exports. AZ copy has been added to 104, and there'll be a lesson in this course on that. Getting into the compute, like I said, we're getting into a little bit higher requirements. It's going to talk about high availability, deployment, ARM templates. ARM templates are big, disk encryption, managing VMs. One thing that's been added between AZ 103 and AZ 104 is talking about containers. So AZ 103 does not have exam questions about AKS or ACI. These are sections of this course, and they are applicable to AZ 104 only. And also web apps has been added. So again, previous AZ 103 exam did not have this. AZ 104 does talk specifically about app services. The rest of the exam is fairly consistent between AZ 103 and AZ 104. We have virtual networking being the largest section. DNS is a higher emphasis, and so we did not have much content on the Azure DNS service, but that seems to have grown. Azure Bastion is a new topic that's being added as well, talking about virtual networks, of course, application gateway, troubleshooting virtual networking. So some of those basic tools like Network Watcher, Network Performance Monitor, and working offsite, VPNs, ExpressRoute, virtual WANs, etc. This is a new topic here. The final section has to do with monitoring. It's obviously a big part of an administrator's job to run systems in production and to monitor their performance and see when things are going right, when things are going wrong, where scaling has to take place, etc. And finally, backup and recovery being a huge important part, and that's pretty consistent with AZ 103. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I'm excited to get into this with you. I hope that you're excited too. Take your time. You're not going to be able to sit down and take this course in a single sitting and then go take the exam tomorrow. Take your time, get lots of practice, but I am super pumped that you're here. Thank you so much, and let's get into it.